In all of our travels down through the years, we have visited a lot of different Catholic bookstores.
And they've all been unique in different ways. Some of them are really big, some of them really small, some have used books and others don't.
So that got us thinking recently, if we were building our dream Catholic bookstore, what would it look like?
And we've been inspired by all the different bookstores that we've seen. And since we built our Catholic Dream House recently, we decided to keep going with this imaginary money that we got somehow and build our dream Catholic bookstore.
Okay, so first up, we have to decide, do we want this bookstore to be just a bookstore or also have religious articles? Because most of the bookstores that we go in have both.
Which makes a lot of sense because not everyone just wants books and they are trying to make a profit for themselves and for the church.
But I think that in talking about it, we've decided that we're just going books because we love books and maybe some artwork because we also love art.
But let us know down in the comments what you would do. Would you have just a bookstore or would you also kind of go for the gift shop vibe?
One thing that we definitely want in our dream bookstore is a few different reading nooks scattered throughout the store. You know, a few comfy chairs and maybe even a bench.
So we added a table and chairs to our church library last year, which really elevated the space, made it feel very cozy and welcoming, and that's exactly something we would like to duplicate in our Catholic bookstore.
Plus, it's very important if you go to the bookstore with someone, you want them to be able to sit down and be comfortable so you can shop longer and have a longer time to look at everything.
And we see seating areas in regular bookstores a lot, but not often in Catholic bookstores. So it's definitely something we want to bring to the table.
So in our bookstore, we're definitely having a dedicated section for stickers and stationery, which goes beyond just books, we know.
But they're very close to each other. They go side by side, so we're just going to go with it.
Yeah, we definitely want that section because a lot of times when we go in, we can't find stickers. We have to ask. A lot of Catholic stores don't even have stickers. So we're going to make those a priority in ours.
We would also have a sort of seasonal display, like right up front or in a central location, where we would put books for the saints or the feasts for that month, so people can see them and find them and hopefully read them.
And buy them, right? Because if it's Advent and you walk into the store and boom, there is a table with an Advent display, you're going to be happy because you don't have to go and look for them, and probably you would buy more because they're all right there.
Somewhere we would also have a whiteboard or a chalkboard where the staff and the customers could write down their favorite Catholic book or a Catholic book that they just read and would totally recommend.
Yeah, because a lot of times when you go into a store that's crammed with all different kinds of things, maybe you want to buy a book, but you feel overwhelmed, you don't know where to start, and having that whiteboard, that would be very helpful, we think.
It would be a nice reference board, again, that nice place to start. And a lot of people usually have their favorite book that they really want to share.
Also, we're just nosy about what people are reading. We just like to know, so we think that board could be really fun.
Of course, we would also have an area for used books. Now, we love having the brand new Catholic books and supporting those authors, but there's always something just so magical about having a selection of used books to just browse through.
You never know what treasures you could find. Maybe there's going to be a great vintage Catholic book, or maybe you'll see a book that you've been wanting or meaning to read forever and you just never have, and now here it is and the price is right.
And of course, we know that people are always looking to rehome books, so this would be a great place to do that, so it's a win-win.
Many of the Catholic bookstores that we've been in also have a prayer table, or maybe they have a prayer basket up front to leave prayer requests in, and we think that's such a lovely idea, and we would definitely have one of those.
Now, because this bookstore has as much space as we need it to have, we would also have a puzzle table where there'd just be a puzzle going where anyone could come and put it together. Again, great to entertain the people you brought with you while you go browse.
Right, because then you can browse longer. They're sitting in the cozy book nook. They're working on that Last Supper puzzle during Lent, so definitely we were going to have one of those.
So that probably means we would also sell puzzles alongside the books
Yeah, we
and the
love
stationery. So again, it all works together, and we could just have like a little shelf with them.
And that does remind me that there is another non-book item we are definitely having in our Dream Catholic bookstore, and that is baked goods. Because we love it when we go into a Catholic bookstore and they have locally made treats. When we went to the Monastery of the Holy Spirit in Georgia, they had the monk's biscotti, and that was so good. That was life-changing.
So maybe we could find some local monks or nuns who would be willing to collaborate with us on selling baked goods in our bookstore.
Yeah, I don't know if we want to go full out coffee shop with our bookstore, because that seems like that would be a lot of extra work.
But it could work.
It could work. I don't know.
You never know.
We're sort of undecided on that. So let us know down in the comments. In your dream bookstore, would you have a full coffee section or not? Another thing that we really want to have is some area, maybe a small table set up for items that can just be given away. Now we know that if you're running a bookstore, you do want to make a profit, but we really want to have an area or a table just for those things.
Now we know from working in the church library that with used book donations, you get a lot of the gently used holy cards and prayer pamphlets. So that is the type of thing that we would give away, maybe just a little basket of them. You just flip through, find whatever you want.
Yeah, those items definitely need to be rehomed. And I think that we get hundreds of those, like maybe even thousands of those per year at our church library.
So next we would definitely have a bookshop dog or cat. We've never been to a Catholic bookshop that has one, and so we're going to change that.
That is so sad. I mean, I don't know, maybe it's against like health code regulations or something to have one, but since this is our dream bookshop, we are definitely having one or the other, or possibly both.
The parochial vicar, as you know, loves reading, and Bishop Beagle loves people, so we are volunteering both of them for bookshop duty.
And then last but certainly not least, we definitely need a good name for our Catholic bookshop, and we don't have any good ideas. I was thinking maybe St. Francis de Sales Bookshop, because he was a writer and sales and shop kind of flow together, but I don't know.
Let us know down in the comments if you have any ideas of what we should name this bookshop.
And if you're interested in seeing some of the bookshops that we've toured in our different travels, you can check out this video next.
Or this one, and we'll have them both linked down below.
So thanks for coming along with us today to help us build our Dream Catholic bookstore. We hope you enjoyed the video.
So thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.